Good morning. Good morning. We have some exciting news today. I'm going to share it a couple of times throughout the broadcast for people who are just joining us. But if you are watching the replay or live, but I don't think anyone's here quite yet, this is our last Tuesday morning low impact class here on Facebook, because starting next week, I will be teaching Tuesday mornings live in Oakdean Park in Kempville at 10:30. So all of our recordings will be here for you to use, but this is going to be the last Tuesday morning class that I record, as far as I know. I mean, anything can change. We've already determined that. But as of next Tuesday, I'll be teaching live Tuesday mornings in Oakdean Park in Kempville. I'll be teaching from the stage. We have enough room that everybody can socially distance. We can have up to 50 people, which should not be an issue in the summertime. So it will be the regular cost, so $2, and we're asking that people bring the correct change so they can just throw it in the jar and we don't have to make change and do all of that. But yes, starting next Tuesday. Hi, Sue. Yeah, next Tuesday, 10:30. I mean, weather permitting, assuming that we don't have a whole bunch of rain and that things aren't super, super humid, we will be able to have outdoor classes. And the nice thing about Oakdean is it's got lots of trees, so we will be a little bit more in the shade. So yeah, Tuesday mornings and also Friday mornings we'll have Zumba Gold as well. So the Tuesday class is going to be advertised as like an 80s aerobics class, but I'm going to make sure that it is both low impact with high impact options, so it will work for everybody. And mostly the 80s theme means I'll probably have to wear some crazy getup, but you know I like a theme. Hi, Marie, as well as music. But I will say it again at the end of class, starting next week, Tuesday morning classes will not be on Facebook. They will be live from Oakdean Park. And by live, I mean not live on Facebook, as in me in person live in Oakdean Park, 10:30, $2. And Friday mornings also in Oakdean will be Zumba Gold, $2, 10:30. So that is the big news. That is the big news. Those are the only live weekly classes. Now, these have all been live. Only in-person weekly classes that are going back on the rotation. I still don't know what's going to happen come September, but for now, as long as the weather cooperates, and on days that the weather doesn't cooperate, I have to talk to them. I assume I'll just reshare one of our other classes on Facebook, and I have Zumba Gold classes for Friday mornings on Zen Studio. Anyway, so there'll still be options for rainy days. I need to get on track here. I need to find us some music, and I will repeat all that stuff at the end. But we're going to get started. I've been waiting to let everybody know that we were going to do that. And I just got I knew that it was happening, but I just wanted to wait until they said, yes, tell everybody. So I just got that like 10 minutes ago saying, tell everybody that. They said, yes, tell everybody. All right. Spotify. And nice thing about in-person classes, I'll just play the music. Oh gosh, it didn't copy. One second. Copy link. Paste. There we go. All right, so I'm going to get my music going, and then we shall get rolling. So I don't know for sure that Rose is going to show up, but I do know that she woke up as I was coming downstairs, and she had a great big yawn, and it seems to me that it'd be very out of character for her not to show up at some point. All right, let's start with a march. And we're going to go to a heel dig. So heel and heel. And the classes on Tuesdays in the park are going to be equipment free. We're going to do everything standing. So all you need to worry about bringing is your water. If it's warm, maybe a little sweat towel, wearing your sneakers, no sandals, sneakers, and the right change. We're not even going to have a sign-in sheet because then everybody would have to be using pens and I'd have to bring like 30 pens. So we're just going to have that. I might have to write down names, which might be problematic for those select few whose names I never did catch. But I guess I can just say that it's because I've forgotten because it's been 3.5 months. Not that I never knew. And let's go do a double bicep curl. It's going to take some adjustment for me to have to remember to get ready and leave the house ahead of a class, though. Standing nice and tall, abs engaged. We're going to do a curl, then push forward. So I'm going to turn to the side. So it's curl, push, curl, push, curl, push. Keep going. I got to scratch my forehead. Two more. Last one. Going to a march. Yes, so we're trying to make this Tuesday morning in the park class appeal or appropriate for a large variety of people. So I'll be teaching the low impact version, but also giving the high impact option for those who want to do more high impact. But it'll be absolutely appropriate for all, as long as you can stand for an hour. If you can't stand for an hour, maybe it's not appropriate for you. Let's glue down our heels and tap our toes. But I've said it a million times, I'll say it a million more. The really nice thing about these classes here is that they're recorded, they're saved in those playlists, so you can always go back to them. And march, we have a friend. Who's this now? Hi, Rose. Here, let's get your chair. We know you like to watch over everything. There we go. All right. All right, let's go into a step touch. Step together, step together. Hi. What are you going to do if we're not here on Tuesday mornings? Still teaching most of my classes from home, so. Did I not give you your snack this morning? Is that why you're here? I can't pick you up right now. 4, 3, 2. Let's go into a hamstring curl. Oh boy. Oh boy. She's trying to figure out how she can get into my lap. I can see. No, you can't jump up on me. 4, 3, 2, a march. Rose. You can't make it work. You can't. Holy moly. Let's walk up and back. Up, 2, 3, back, 2, 3. Two more. Last one. And march. Take it a little bit wider. And we'll add a reach. We reach and reach. Don't you try to jump on me. Let's take it across the front. Four, three, two, and march. All right, let's get a quick drink. And I'll see what's going on over here. Oh, my holiday is going to be the week of July 19th. So there will not be classes the week of July 19th. I'm going to schedule reshares of classes on Facebook, and then my other virtual classes I'm going to pre-record and schedule those as well. But yes, there will not be any live classes the week of July 19th. And there's going to be a couple other classes. Right now, it looks like maybe only one that's going to have to be canceled. And that's in August. I'm like trying to schedule out the rest of summer, which has turned into quite a task. Let's go to a toe tap, but a reaching toe tap. Reach the opposite arm out. So I've talked about this a few times. Talked about everything a few times at this point because I was taking some different yoga courses. But I don't know how much I explained. It's been a weird few months, so I don't know what I said and what I didn't say. The school that I take my yoga trainings with are allowed to do virtual trainings until the end of September and have them count as quote unquote hands-on training. So obviously the first few yoga trainings a person takes in their quest to become a 200-hour yoga instructor are very pose-based. But as you get further up, a lot of the training is lecture and very little to no actual pose training at all. So there's no reason that we can't do those virtually because you're just talking and discussions and reading and doing group activities and stuff. So both arms reach out. So right now, from until the end of September, I have the ability to take courses virtually that normally aren't offered in Canada, things that I would normally have to travel to like Arizona to take. So not only do I not have to travel, but I don't have any of the expense of traveling and I can do it from home. So I am trying to squeeze in as many of those this summer as I can, because I really hope that they make it so that they can always do some virtual trainings, but I don't know. We don't know. So I've been trying to figure out when I can take each of them. There's 5 right now that I'm trying to squeeze in with as few disruption to classes as possible. And March. So there's a couple that I'm going to take that are actually on Pacific time. So they go from noon until 10 p.m., which means my morning classes would be just fine. I would just teach it and go straight home, and then I could go into my course. But there's one that's Central Time, so I wouldn't be able to do my morning class. Anyway, at this point, it looks like I'd only have to miss one class, and the rest all sort of fall into line. So that's another perk, because normally I'd have to cancel days worth of classes in order to take these trainings. And right now I can pre-record and then just have them upload. It's a very unique opportunity here. All right, let's glue down to one foot. With the opposite foot, we'll take a step out to the side, shifting our weight and stepping in. Plus, between you and me, there shouldn't be any problem with me keeping my self-employment income under $1,000 all summer. So I still qualify for the CERB and I can use the government's money to pay for these courses. So anyway. And I'm really trying to schedule as many of the courses I can to not fall on weekends. But there's at least one that's going to have to be, because that's the only time that it's offered. Can't really argue with that if that's the only one. Let's do a couple more. And then we're going to take it front and back. So I'm going to turn to the side, stepping forward, shifting our weight forward, stepping back, come back this way a little bit so I'm more on screen. So, speaking of live classes, I have yoga in the Vineyard this Saturday at Planters Ridge in Port Williams, 9 a.m. There's still tickets left for anyone who would like to come hang out with me for an hour and then have a glass of wine or mimosa to kick off your weekend. It's going to be at all levels flow, and of course it's me teaching it, so if you want to come and just lay on your mat for an hour, that's fine too. But if you're interested and you need the link, just leave me a comment and I will get it for you. I would say that I'll share it afterwards, but I won't remember. All right, one more time. And then we're going to combine the two. So we're going to come forward, out to the side, back, and together. Whew. Oh, my sock. Saga's the video game. They arrived yesterday. 3 weeks and 1 day later, I got my socks. My husband got his socks 4 days later from the same order. So I don't know what that was about. But I'm wearing new socks right now. Very exciting. Also, the library, was it last Tuesday that they called during class and said I had more library books? Oh gosh. I went and got them yesterday. I also went in and put suspensions on all of my holds for 2 weeks. I just need a little reprieve. Let's go around one more time. I don't normally have so many books. Let's put our weight into one leg, or that one leg, and then tap front, side, back together. But them being closed for, how long was that? 2.5 months, close to 3. And all the new books I'd already had on hold. And then every summer I try to read the books in a summer reading guide. So between the two of them, had so many books come in. One more time around. And then we'll march. It's warm in here. I turned the air conditioning off when I got up. I thought it was too cold. I'm going to have to turn that back on. And then we'll glue down the opposite leg. We're going to take a step out to the side. And yesterday I was in a grocery store for the first time since March. That was my excitement. I had a gift card for Superstore. And I wanted to buy some solar-powered twinkly lights for the back patio. And that was something that I really kind of want to look at myself. So I thought, I got to go into a store eventually. So I went, and gosh, people don't know how to follow rules, do they? But I got my twinkle lights, so. Let's do 2 more. And then we're going to take it front and back. So shifting your weight forward, shifting your weight back. So I think at least for the first few weeks on Tuesday mornings, earlier in the morning, I will reshare one of our classes as well as put the info on the outside class. So anyone who doesn't feel comfortable going will still have a video that they can do. And it will remind everybody else. Susan, who's going to be watching the replay, is going to be excited because, like, it's basically in her backyard. All right, let's combine the two. So we'll come forward, out to the side, back, and together. I laughed when the girls in the rec department were like, we just had to limit class size to 50. It's like, yeah, outside in July, that's going to be it's going to be a real tough one. And I won't have them next week, but I'll also order some more copies of my book for anybody who wanted to get one of those who doesn't have an Amazon account. So you'll be able to get those from me. I don't have any right at the moment. Sold them all. And then we're going to put our weight in our standing foot, a little bend in the knee, and tap front, side, back, together. If you want, you can go to that balance. Two more times. Last one. And then we'll march. And I'm going to march myself right over and get a drink. If you want to march yourself over and get a drink, go right ahead. Whew. Turn my fan on. Where is that air coming? I want to get myself in front of the fan. Alrighty, let's go back to our heel dig, heel and heel. Sorry, I had a little hiccup there when I was going to be off the beat. So reaching the opposite arm out. Oh yeah, that's better. Anybody have fun plans for Canada Day? I don't know what your plans would be. I hear my mother's going to make strawberry shortcake. We were planning to go paddleboarding, but I think it's supposed to rain. Let's do single, single, double. Single, single, double. I also got a haircut yesterday. It's a big day. Went to the grocery store, got a haircut. My car was making a weird noise. That wasn't good. I left that for Tuesday Susie to deal with, so. On that double, we're going to reach our arm up instead of out. So it's front, front, up, up. So a little shoulder press. Kind of feel like trying to get a truck to honk its horn. Honk, honk. Now, I want you to check. Are you still doing opposite arm and leg? Or did things sort of deteriorate and now you're doing same arm, same leg? See if you can sort that out. Two more. Last one. And we're just going to push the arms. We push and push. And push and stretch. Push and stretch. Two more. And march. Okie dokie. So we're going to go through all of our walking patterns because that is not something we're going to be able to do in our park classes. So I want to make sure that you know where you can go to find them. So it's going to be about the halfway mark of this last class. It's in a bunch of the other ones too, but you'll know that you can come here and we're going to do a tightrope walk. So you're going to try and walk heel to toe. Remember, this is super important. We're not going to be able to do these in the park because we're going to have to stay pretty much in our spots so that everybody's staying far enough apart. These are very important for everybody. It doesn't matter your age because really is focusing on stability, balance, and perfecting your own heel strike or walking pattern. No, foot strike. That's what I'm looking for, foot strike, not necessarily heel strike. All right. This time we're going to go up onto our tiptoes, a little bend in our knee, and we're going to take 2 steps and pause, pause. If you have a larger room and you can sort of do a circuit around, please feel free. I'm just trying to stay in front of the camera-ish. And next time you get back to your starting position, we're going to stay there and we'll march. And then we're going to do the opposite. So this is the one we're going to have to hinge a little bit at the hip, bend in the knee, lifting up the toes or the toes and hello. The toes and ball of the foot. Could I bother you to move out of the way, please? I'm just going to lift up the toes because I'm quite concerned that this cat is going to jump on me. We're going to sit down in a minute, Rosie. Row. Last Wednesday, I taught Zumba Gold in the morning, and I had to carry this cat for the last couple songs. Hi. Hi, I know. Did you want to leave? No, you want to get on me. Okay, just hold on. We're going to sit down soon. You've got a fantastic crop of whiskers there. All right, let's march. And then we're going to do our exaggerated walks. We're going to lift our knee as high as it'll go, place our foot straight down, heel, ball, toe, heel, ball, toe. All right. Let's walk up and say hi to everybody. Do you want to say hi? She says, look how cute I am. You do not have to wear a mask. We're going to be socially distanced. So, oh my gosh. We're going to come. The only time you have to come near anybody is when you're putting the money in. And I just advise everybody to take turns, and then you're going to go to your spot and you're going to stay there. And we're not going to be moving around like this. We're going to be doing all standing exercises. And then everyone will leave in an orderly fashion. I really don't think it's going to be a huge class. I don't really know, but I'm guessing maybe 10, 15. I have no idea. Maybe I will be absolutely wrong, and everybody and their dog is going to come out. Their dog's not allowed. But you do not have to wear a mask. If you want to bring one for the beginning or end of class when you're afraid that you might be a little bit closer to people, by all means do that if you want. You do not have to, but if you want, if it makes you more comfortable. But once you're in your spot, you're going to have a good 6 feet in every direction, so you'll be safe. All right, let's march. I know, just hold on. Just hold on. We're going to do our the penguin walk. So you're going to lift straight up from your hip. I'm just going to come forward and back. Rosie, come on. Marie, if you have to promise to leave a mask to be allowed out of the house, then do that. But you don't actually have to. All right, let's finish off with the march. We are going to have a seat. We're going to do our seated exercises because, again, we're not going to be able to do those in the park. And this cat's going to just pummel me as soon as I sit down, aren't you? All right, let's get a quick drink. Get your chair. Or if you have to rearrange your stuff, go ahead. So we're going to sit nice and tall. I'll back this up just a little bit further. Oh, see? We are going to start. See, I need to get this kitty cat organized. I have to hold these paws because you're going to want to grab that microphone. We're going to start by doing toe taps. Do you see your people? Rose won't be with me in the park. I'm sorry, everybody. All right, we're going to bring our feet to a stop. You need to sit well. And we're going to open up at the toes, heels, go till you can't go any further, then bring them back in. Now, you either have to sit like this or you have to get off my lap. I know it's not particularly comfortable. The next time your feet come in, go ahead and stay there. And we are going to open and close. One more. And then we'll see if I can Bring our elbows in, open and close. Ouch, ouch, ouch. No, please. Eat my shoe, that's fine. I don't know if you can see you're kicking my foot or not. One more. And bring our arms out, palms up, palms down. Do this while she's interested in my foot. And then bring our palms, or our elbows in rather. And then we're going to bring our hands to the outside of our knees. Just one sec. Yikes. And we're going to lift the inside of our shoes without letting our knees move. Hi. Talk to the hand. One more. And then we're going to put our hands between our knees, a little bit more space between our feet, lifting the outside of our shoe. No. I can just see you're coiling up for that jump. No. Oh, one more. And then we're going to lift one leg. You can put your hands under the thigh if you like. We're going to do some ankle circles. I ordered new sneakers, mostly for Zumba. Oh, hello. That's the end of the story. I ordered new sneakers. Let's switch directions. Oh, Rose. Oh my gosh. You're such a big lug. All right, let's switch legs. Ankle circle. Other direction. No, you can't have the microphone. And we'll bring the foot down. And we're going to extend one leg. Opposite heel comes on the laces. You're going to draw the heel up to your knee and down. One more time. And then we're going to cross our ankle over our shin. Or if it's okay for you, bringing it up above the knee or bending the knee to hold your cat. So we're going to stay here for about a minute. We want to keep our foot flexed, keeping the muscles of the lower leg active, protecting our knee joint. Have you ever seen a more neglected creature in your life? Truly, it is just disgusting. I'm sure you want to call Animal Protective Services over the neglect of this cat. On Friday in yoga, if you're bored this afternoon and you need some entertainment, you should just kind of quickly go through Friday's yoga class because this cat was all over me. All over me. It was ridiculous. Yes, it was. It was ridiculous. Alrighty, let's bring that leg. Rose, that was loud. You're out. That was it. That was bad. What a bad kitty. We're going to bring the other foot on. She's so jealous of this microphone. It's ridiculous. I'm covered in cat hair. One more time. And then crossing our shin, ankle over our shin, bringing it above the knee or bending the knee. It's just so bad. I've been thinking about getting one of those other kinds of microphones that doesn't have this big foam ball on the end. It's more kind of like a telephone headset, if you know what I mean. It's not. Anyway, I wonder if maybe she wouldn't be quite so obsessed if it didn't have this big, it almost looks like a pom-pom. Like, why wouldn't she want to attack it? She loves pom-poms. But that comes with a microphone jack that you have to plug in. My computer doesn't actually have a microphone jack. So I have an adapter that gives me one, but I don't know how well it works. You know, the whole hindsight is 2020 thing, which is really quite comical considering this is 2020. I should have bought a MacBook Pro because then it would have had the headphone or the microphone jack. But I didn't. Because I wasn't planning to run an entire fitness studio off of the computer when I bought it. All right, let's bring the foot down. And we're going to do something we haven't done at home ever, but we haven't done in a class in quite some time. And that is, my friends, the alphabet. I know you're thrilled. You're so excited. You are going to write out the alphabet, excuse me, with your leg. Notice it's not just your foot, it's your leg. You're going to use capital letters. They are going to be printed. None of this cursive swoop-de-doop. Each letter fully. Make sure that your I, you give it its top and bottom. I'm going to cough. Excuse me. But we're going to lift the leg. You're going to do the whole alphabet. Trying to use your whole leg, so not just your ankle. You can start if you haven't already. I'm already on F. Not that it's a race. If your leg gets too heavy, you can put your arms underneath. And when you finish one side, you get to do the other. And when you're finished, you can get a drink. I'm going to give another minute or so for everyone to finish up. I'm out of water. So I guess I'll have another peppermint. Here's my peppermint jar, if anyone cares, which you don't. All right, we're going to start with some stretches. I'm going to cough again. Goodness. We're going to do shoulder stretch. I'm going to stay back here because we're going to do some leg stretches, and I want to make sure that you can see, but then I will move up a bit closer. And reach back. And we'll switch. And just to be clear, everything has shown that doing a class like we'll be doing with a mask on is perfectly okay. The only thing really is if it gets really sweaty, I think it nullifies its effectiveness quite substantially. And I know some Zumba instructors, so Zumba is definitely way more aerobic than what we typically will do, are having to wear masks. And they said that really it's just the first class or two that is challenging because you're adapting to wearing one. But after that, they don't mind it at all. So if it makes you more comfortable to wear a mask for the class, you absolutely can. So you don't have to. But if that makes you feel more comfortable, then it's perfectly fine. I wouldn't run a marathon wearing a mask unless it was like a proper one, but we'll switch sides. Back up nice and tall, nice deep breath in. Let's exhale to look over the shoulder. And back to the front, and exhale, look the other way. And I'm going to see if I can rig up my system so that I can use my microphone and project the sound. Because I don't know, if there's a lot of kids there playing, it might be a little bit loud. So I'm going to see if I can do that. But if not, I'll use my Aqua Fitness voice. Let's turn back to the front, reaching back or grabbing the back of your chair, leaning forward. Marie will know. Back in my days teaching Aquafit at Acadia, we played music. We were in the loud pool. Lots of times we'd have school groups in there screaming and screeching, and I'd have to cue my classes above all of that noise. So I have the ability to project my voice quite well if necessary. Let's make a fist. Grab onto the fist around to our back. Lower our arms. My friend who got evicted is back at the door trying to get in. And I'm a sucker. So I'm probably going to let her. Let's come back up. Let's do a few shoulder rolls. You have to be good. You have to be good. You can't do things like that. No. I know. Let's extend one leg. Same arm reaches out, coming into that hamstring stretch. When you feel a stretch along the back of the leg, you can relax your arm down. You can't bite microphones. You see this? Let's come on up and we'll switch sides. So extending the opposite leg, keeping a bend in the knee, flexing through the foot. Same arm as leg reaches forward until you feel that stretch, and then you can relax. Hi. You can't get on my lap right now. Can you see that? Oh, you can't see your tail. It's just flying. All right, let's come up. We're going to stand behind or beside our chair, coming into our quadricep stretch. Keep a bend in your standing leg. And then we'll switch sides. And then bring the foot down. We're going to step back into our calf stretch. And then we'll switch sides. Stepping back. And then we're going to step in. We're going to step back with both feet, hands on the back of your chair to a low back stretch. And we're slowly going to step in. We're going to have a seat. I'm just going to grab my meditation cushion so I can leave that cat on the chair. So having a seat, sitting nice and tall, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. And we're going to close our eyes or just soften our gaze and spend these last few minutes together focusing on some deep breathing. So I want you to take one hand and put it on your belly. And without consciously altering your breath, notice if you can feel your belly move on your inhale and exhale. And then place the other hand on your chest. And notice if you feel your chest lift and fall. And I want you to now notice if you feel just one area lifting or falling, or do you feel both? Or do you feel one more than the other? If you only feel your chest rising and falling, that means that you're breathing shallowly. If you only feel your belly rise and fall, that means you're breathing just into those deeper lobes of your lungs. So we want to try to breathe into both. So let's first inhale, try and feeling our belly rise, and then our chest. And then as we exhale, feel our chest fall, and then our belly. So inhaling from the bottom up, exhaling from the top down. And then I want you to let your hands fall, just resting on your lap. And then I want you to forget about where you feel the inhalation. Instead, I want you to focus on the inhalation and feeling your entire torso filling with air. And on the exhale, feeling your entire torso wringing out your lungs. We're not going into a purposeful bellows breath, but I want you to think about your lungs as bellows, that you're inhaling or you're expanding and contracting, expanding and contracting. This time as you exhale, I want you to consciously relax your shoulders a little bit more. Maybe you're relaxing your jaw, your tongue. Notice if your tongue is sitting at the bottom of your mouth relaxed, or is it pressed up to the top of the roof of your mouth? One more nice deep breath in. And as we exhale, letting our eyes open up, maybe rolling your shoulders a few times. I'm going to move a little bit closer to the camera as we finish off with our finger dexterity exercises. And I'm going to just angle this down a little bit. Whoop. Hello. Oh, there we go. So we're going to take each finger, touching it to our thumb, making roundish circles. I'm just going to turn off my music here since I'm close. I don't want you to get any feedback from that. And then the same thing with straight fingers. Few wrist circles. Bringing your palms together, drawing your hands down just so you feel a stretch along the back of the hand. The backs of the hands together. Oh gosh, see, I'm getting all crooked again. Stop looking at the camera and just do it. Lifting just until you feel that stretch. And then pinky finger and thumb, pointer and thumb, trying to go in opposite directions at the same time. And then give your hands a little shake. Nice deep breath in. Exhaling down. And again, inhale. And exhale. One last time. And then we're going to recap this. Today is June the 30th. Tomorrow is July 1st. Starting next Tuesday, which is the 7th, right? Yeah, that makes sense if today's the last day of the month. Oh boy. July 7th, Tuesday morning classes will no longer be here on Facebook. Instead, they're going to be held outside at Oakdean Park in Kemptville. I will be teaching from the stage there. So that's where you'll meet me. We're going to be socially distancing. We ask that you bring your $2 in correct change so that you can just put it in the jar and we don't have to make change and fiddle around with that. You need to bring wear sneakers, bring maybe a towel, a hand towel if it's warm for sweat, some water, and otherwise you don't need any other equipment. It is going to be advertised as an 80s aerobics class, but it is going to be primarily a low impact class with high impact options for those who wish to have them. And we're going to have some themed music, and I'll probably wear neon because, you know. And on Fridays, starting a week from this Friday, so Tuesday is the 7th. Let's do the math. Wednesday's the 8th, Thursday's the 9th, Friday's the 10th. So starting on July 10th, Zumba Gold will also be held outside in Oakdean Park in Kempville at 10:30, $2. Again, wear sneakers, bring water, bring a sweat towel. That class is 45 minutes, so it's a little bit shorter because it's 100% aerobic. If you are not comfortable coming to in-person classes and you want to continue, all of these classes have been recorded. They're in the video section of my Facebook page as well as on my YouTube page, so you can go back to those. Zumba Gold is going to be broadcast twice a week starting next week on Zen Studio, which is the Zumba platform, on Wednesday mornings and on Friday mornings. So I'm going to be posting maybe even today, but this week, a deal that you can purchase a month pass and just have access to all the Zumba Gold classes for a pretty low fee if you don't already have access to those. So if you want to do those, you'll be able to do them instead of paying the $8 a class drop-in fee. Like the month fee is going to be like $10 or $15. So if you're going to do two, you might as well buy the pass. Yeah. On Friday, we are going to be doing yoga, balancing chakra yoga flow, which will be fun. It's actually a really nice class. And then we'll be taking those on. No, I'm not going to be doing yoga. I'm getting myself all mixed up. The 2 free classes a week are going to be going to the park, and they'll be back to being $2. So if you have any questions, send me a message, leave a comment if you're comfortable doing it publicly, and I will answer them all there. And I hope that I will see you in person next week. Bye. Have a great afternoon.